Fred Ogolla. I'm a Deputy Vice Chancellor at Uzima University. I'm the founder, convener, Africa Digital Asset Summit, and also the person behind the Kenya token. When you go to Psalm 121, they ask, where is our help? And the answer is, our help is in the name of the Lord who created the heaven and earth. Which means we came with nothing here. Actually, we are actually products of God himself. So the only thing is we are giving what we got. Some of us here are very talented, intellectually talented, with so many talents. But this talent, God is asking, what's the return on talent? And now this talent is being called token. This talent turns to a Kenya token, where everybody comes with what they have, we put it together, then solve all problems that Kenyans have. It became very clear to us that the Kenyan problem is economic. The Kenyan problem is not political, because we are in the third liberation. The third liberation is economic, where we should have food security, we should have health security, we should have education for everybody, without leaving anyone behind. So Kenya token will pick the weakest, the lowest, the poor, and bring them to participate in the economy. As Archbishop Hubertus Van Meegen said it very well, that everybody needs to participate in the economy. There are some people who are just fans in the economy, but the real players are very few. The Kenyan economy, 98% of Kenyans fight for 2% of the Kenyan revenue, leaving only 2% who enjoys 98% of the Kenyan revenue. So can we make the reverse happen? And can we make everybody participate equally? Nobody deserves more than any other person. So this is what the Kenyan token is all about. How can everybody participate in the Kenyan economy to be visible, even Africa as a whole? And that's why the Kenyan token is about bringing to birth the golden age of Africa and the new era for Kenya, where everybody can have a job, or at least have a luxury of being in a job or not. Because some people decide not to work, but they do so out of volition. But here, everybody is looking for work. If the Kenyan token can deliver jobs to every Kenyan, then all other dreams are valid. But before everyone can have a job, then there is no dream at all that you can have if you don't have that opportunity. So it's about creating opportunities for people that can go forward. I know that there's this critical moment when Kenyans are discussing a lot of politics. People are jumping on top of the vehicle. There is no economic model on top of a vehicle. And there is no solution you can solve in a rally. In fact, they go just by noises. They shout 2 term, they shout 1 term. Those are personal terms. For us, we say Kenya token. For us, we say jobs for all Kenyans. And if somebody must go so that people can get this job, then must go, has to go, is going, in Jesus' name, has to go. And if somebody has to solve this problem, they must be the one looking at Psalm 121. Don't look at State House, look at the mountain. And there God says, your help is in the name of the Lord who created the heavens and the earth. Poverty is not God-made. Poverty is man-made. And God is saying, with the Kenya token, this becomes the end of it. And I want to urge all Kenyans to come and support this Kenya token. I would like Kenyans to become tokenators. Tokenate your economy. No one should solve their problem. Where in the bank, the rich and the poor meet, then the poor gives their money, then the rich takes the money and then controls the poor. We want to decentralize the finance. We want to democratize our economy so that everybody feels they participate. And that's what I call the third liberation. And if at all you want to know, we are at Kenya Token following how Jesus preached the gospel, whereby there was no manifesto, there was manifestation. We do not want manifesto. We want manifestation. Jesus told you that you've heard the lame is walking, the blind can see. Those were not manifestos, they were manifestation. He told the disciples of John, go and tell them that the miracle is happening. The cripple is walking. We don't want press statements to say, I'm going to serve the poor. We want to see the poor get out of poverty. We want to see the cripple walking. We want to see the blind seeing. We want to see people who could not be seen in economy participating. And that's why we talk about evolve as our economic ideology, which is a manifestation for economic liberation for this country. And should we do that by offering 100,000 jobs in technology nationally and 100,000 jobs per county, all Kenyans will have something to put on their table for breakfast, for lunch, and for dinner, to go to school and go to hospital. If that happens, then there's no need of an election. Then I will be president by being president. I do not have to try to be president. You either do or you don't. So I will be president by being president. Because who is a president? A president is that person who ensures there are no potholes on the road, who ensures education is working, who ensures healthcare is working. But if you're a president that you are the only one who has a road, the rest have roads to nowhere, then you're not a president. You cannot be a husband and kids can't go to school and can't eat. A husband has a function. A head of state has to have a head that is working for its own economy, not for their stomach, because head's supposed to work for people, not for one stomach. So what I'm trying to say is we will transform this country, whether they like it or not. We do not need we don't need their permission to do the right thing, because they have not asked our permission to do the wrong thing. Because I think those who are doing the wrong thing is the one who needs to ask for permission. For us, we have no apology to make. We have no permission to ask, because what we are doing is constitutional, it's also biblical, and Nuncio gave the spiritual capital, which was the most difficult capital to give, inspired by the Lex Stay of Pope Leo XIV, which was initiated by Pope Francis, standing on those feet of giants, on these grounds of the Catholic University of Eastern Africa. With all blessings here, I am sure that the journey to take Kenya to the next level, to third liberation, has begun, and that it will finally be fulfilled in our eyes as we watch. God bless you, and God bless Kenya.